Guys, I am pissed. I hate this whole fucking game. I hate this whole fucking round. I hate everybody playing this game. Like, this is so incredibly dumb. So, let's just, like, take it from the top. So, the vote's between Marvin and Tanner. Or so we thought. Now, I had heard I had heard Corey earlier on in the night, so I was like, okay. Doesn't make sense. Whatever. Then it eventually switched to Marvin. I was like, all right, someone would rather have Marvin out. I was like, that's fine. Corey gets voted out. 6-5, I think. And originally when I first saw the first Corey vote, I was like, oh, Chris Ann just voted Corey. Then the Corey votes kept coming, and I said, this is interesting. Then Corey gets voted out. I'm mad. Bruce straight up lied. Like, whatever. I don't think anybody necessarily owes me honesty in this game. Like, I 100% get it. But it's just like, the way that people were just not even acknowledging that, like, this doesn't make sense for me to do, so why would I do it? They're like, because Marvin and Corey are threats. How? Radio silence. Like, you can't even give me a good enough reason. You're not even a good enough player to come up with a lie on the spot. You just don't answer me for 2 hours, cough, cough, Susie. Or 45 minutes or whatever, Jonah. And then want to fucking act surprised today that I'm annoyed. Like, Susie, first of all, literally, I don't condone violence, but truly if she was in my presence, I would have hit her. Because it was like, the way you're going to then text me just something totally unrelated, and it's like, are you fucking high? You literally all day was like, I want to vote with Alex and Tommy, which is a fucking lie. Like, there's no way. There's just no way. So that's what she wants to do. And then you don't talk to me 2 hours before I vote when everything is changing? Doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense. You're not in my plan. Like, I'm not in your plans. You are now not in my plans. Like, I will go out of this game trying to get you out of this game. And if I lose, so be it. And I will say the most unmagnificent, that was the best word I could come up with, things when you are on the journey. Like, I will make sure that you lose this game. 100%. Because own your move. Own your move. Then the other dingbat, Jonah, today, was like, oh, you didn't vote Corey? How was I to know to vote Corey when everyone said Marvin or Tanner? Where are we getting Corey from? How was I going to know? So I was like, no, I did not vote Corey because nobody told me to vote Corey. And Susie ignored me for 2 hours. So I did not vote Corey. No, I did not. He went, oh man, that sucks. I should have circled back. Well, woulda, coulda, shoulda. Woulda, coulda, shoulda. Another one. Bye. You can go. Which brings me to Tanner. Now, I am taking into account everything that Susie let me know about Tanner. And I am just trying my darndest to communicate openly, directly, and without any type of innuendo, anything that could be taken the wrong way. I just don't understand why, again, he is like, let's get Marvin out. Why? I didn't want to vote Marvin last time. I'm not going to want to vote Marvin again this time. It could literally be me, Alex, Lauren, Marvin, and another random person, and I still wouldn't vote Marvin out. It doesn't make sense for me to vote Marvin out. Now, granted, he has not talked to me an awful lot today, so he would be slipping on my list. I don't have any trust with him. And then Bruce. So Bruce committed to voting Tanner last night. Now, mind you, Tanner, really the only reason that he was the vote was because he was a name. Okay, a name from that group of 6, which is now voted together twice. Kind of 3 times. So, you're gonna tell me you're not a group? Okay. Don't piss on my leg and tell me it's raining. Like, okay. Anyway. So Bruce commits to voting Jonah, when in fact, not Jonah, to voting Tanner, when in fact he votes Corey. Great. This did so much, like, it just helped so much in me trusting you, Bruce, that literally our first time where we can vote together, I would have preferred you say, I don't know, than tell me one thing and vote another way. What? So I just gave you my bullshit. Here's what I guessed for the code thing. And I'll pretend that I guessed later tonight and I'll be like, it's empty. It's empty. This is the code. It's empty. So whatever. I think at some point they're going to assume that. My assumption would be like the 3 people on the bottom worked like that would be my assumption. They worked together to get the idol so that we wouldn't have it. But nobody knows that I have 2 idols. So that'll be interesting. Alex has a block a vote. I told Alex about my extra vote just because. Now, his block a vote is at the next tribal. Mine, I don't think is at the next tribal. I think I can use that whenever. So, I told him because I think he'll be good at coming up with a strategy for how we could best use that. And I won't have to think. So Susie is now the only person that I refuse to talk to for this round, and maybe it's just for today, maybe it's for the whole round. Will not respond to her. I said I'm not doing it. Like, I'm not doing it because you're another one who can't own your vote. And I don't know if people are like, I want to believe that people are playing dumb. And not that they're actually dumb. But I'm assuming that you're playing dumb. I'm assuming you're playing. Like, you're playing the game. And then Tanner's whole thing is like, Encrypt is using you. One, Encrypt doesn't exist anymore. But the fact that you keep saying Encrypt lets me know that you do think Encrypt does. And the fact that you include Jonah and Susie in that means that, like, they are very much on your side and they are very much like, fuck the other 3. Whatever. But Tanner's like, Encrypt is using you. I fucking wish they were using me. But instead, they leave me out of the vote entirely, making me never want to trust them. Like, I literally think, like, the next play is going to have to be, like, immunity idols played, votes blocked, and, like, extra votes cast just for fucking one of them to get out. Like, it's getting to that point. I'm going to continue to tell Marvin that they're continuing to push your name. I will say that it is specifically Tanner again. I'll say, but I don't think that Tanner is that much of a threat. And maybe it was mean to tell Tanner, like, I have no intention of voting for you anymore because everyone said you're just going to float through this game and you have no chance of winning. So, like, maybe that was, like, harsh, but, like, also that was literally what people tried to convince me of, so. Maybe Tanner does want to work with me, but, like, again, nobody has given me any reason to trust them. And they're like, well, you've given me no reason to trust you. That's true in some cases. But I literally, like, I told people verbatim where I was voting. Like, I literally put my trust in you. So, at the end of the day, like, these people fucking suck. Like, it is what it is. I don't, like, care about any of them as, like, players or people. Like, sorry, that is what it is. Like, that's just how I play the game. It is a game. It is a game. We're all just playing a game. Like, it is for the fun of it, but I'm like, fuck you. Like, I don't literally owe you anything. I don't really even owe you any kindness in this game, so I'm not going to be kind. And that is what it is. So maybe the next tribal, maybe it does pop off, but I actually don't like confrontation like that, so I imagine that it wouldn't. But anyway, those are my thoughts, and yeah, listen, I'm happy, like, if I go out, like, if Lauren, Alex, and I go out, like, whatever, 1098 or 987, like, I wouldn't even care. I would literally be like, about 3 of you are, like, so fucking dense that, like, you don't even, like, you're not a good player in this game and you also deserve to lose. Like, I went out because I was a threat. Like, oh, we can't trust the people from Keylogger. They're good. They stuck together. They slayed that part. Like, whatever. Literally whatever.